Gentle Hill to the north as one enters Accra on the Winneba Road. A tall white tower beshadows the campus of Accra Academy. Over 80 years ago in the slums of Jamestown, Mrs. Ellen Bacall gave out her large two-storied building to be used as a classroom block to accommodate the newly founded Accra Academy. It was to satisfy the urgent need for a secondary school, which would provide good tuition at a reasonable cost for children from less fortunate homes who have the attitude, who have the skills, but whose parents could not send them to schools like Infansepem, Atisadel, and Achimota. Due to this, the late Dr. K.G. Konya, the late G.N. Alima, the late S.N. Awulete, and the late J.A. Hamado founded Accra Academy as a private educational enterprise on the 20th of July, 1931. We're going for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we find out from 1931 till date how the journey has been, progress they are making as a school, challenges they are facing as a school, their contribution towards the national development. And of course, we'll talk to a successful president from this institution to find out how he got to where he is now and his advice to the youth. We'll be right back. I am Nana Ajonya Meche Asamoah. The show is brought to you by Alpha Pay, powered by AD Ghana. Alpha Pay, the only money service you need. The Lazy Acrylic Paint, Paint More Champion. Latest Foam, your partner for life. Spotlight Travel and Tour, committed to working the work with you. Awake, purify mineral water, one for life. Sasso Spray and Mosquito Coil, Kumuntontom Preco, and of course, MTN, everywhere you go. We'll be right back.
You have built nations of men. You made great men of them. Generations of scholars salute you. Black and gray acknowledge you. A lifetime of feeding in thoughts, in words and deeds. Essa quamidem, essa quamidem, essa quamidem, true to the spirit feeling. Grab the substance, leave the shadow, then onward to the truth. Essa quamidem, we are great family. Essa quamidem, essa quamidem, essa quamidem, true to the spirit believe. Grab the substance, leave the shadow, then onward to the truth. Essa quamidem, we are great family.
Welcome back. It's still Launchpad, and our school today is Accra Academy. I'm in the office of the headmaster, Reverend William Fully Guy. Hello, Reverend.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm fine.
And how are your boys?
All my boys are fine.
We thank God. And Accra Academy, how did it all start?
Well, the school started in 1931 with 19 students. The founders, 4 of them below the age of 30, very young, and they found a need in the Ghanaian society. where we have indigenous Ghanaians who couldn't move to secondary school because although some of them were brilliant, they were needy, and so the Dr. Konua and his friends decided that they had schooled in Sierra Leone, in schools in Sierra Leone. And when they came down, they decided to come together to start a school. And that is how it happened.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, so the 19 students the school started with, are any of them alive?
No.
They've all gone.
Yeah, they've all gone. It's nearly 90 years now. In July 20th, yeah, just a few days from today, we'll have the Founders Day.
A woman gave you a house, Ellen Buckle. Is it still around?
The house is still around, Ellen House.
Okay. What is it used for now?
Well, now it's not used for anything. The house itself is not in good shape.
Okay.
When he passed on, the relatives have taken over the house.
Oh, okay.
I'm told there used to be a nursery there, but I think they've also gone out of it. Yes.
Right. Please, are you also an old student?
Yes, I'm an old boy.
Oh, okay. So, what memories come to mind as you sit here?
Well, several of them. Having been here, when I came to the school, the headmaster's office was a very small one.
Okay.
Yes, it was, I think, about a quarter of this, if my memory served me well. And we used to fear coming to the headmaster's office. You couldn't just walk in.
Okay. Who was the headmaster at that time?
Mr. Okai.
Okay.
Just behind me.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Okain, he served the school for nearly 19 years, one of the longest serving heads. He passed on at the age of 92.
Wow.
In October last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
May his soul rest in peace. And would you say Accra Academy has contributed to the person you are today?
Very much so. I would say that I was educated. We learned a lot of things apart from the book knowledge in the classroom, character, a lot of things we learned, having to do. We learned how to knot your tie, how to put on your cloth, and some of the hymns we sing today, it's because of Accra Academy. We learned them because you must have a hymn book.
Okay.
So it has contributed greatly to character formation and all that.
As a young boy in Accra Academy, did you ever imagine that one day you will sit here and whatever you learned, you give it back to different generation of Accra Academy students?
I never once thought or dreamt of it. Yes. In fact, as a young boy, I didn't even know that I would toe the line of education. Yes. But it so happens that I find myself here.
Okay. When did you become the headmaster?
In August 2017.
Okay.
Yes.
So, what was your vision for the school?
Well, when I came in there, my first focus was on discipline.
Okay.
Because I believe that discipline affects everything about the school. When discipline is in place, it affects academic performance. Children are able to focus on their work. It affects teachers' attitude to work. Then you create an atmosphere where the innate potentials of students can be tapped. As young as they are, they have a lot of hidden skills, and you need someone to help them tap these things. Yeah. So that was my first focus, and once that was on course, we started tackling trying to create awareness of seriousness to academic work and so on and so forth. So that has been my main focus since I came.
Okay, and how far have you come with?
It's gone very well so far. Yes, I'm happy to say that students have responded well, teachers have also responded well. And we may not have a perfect situation, but gradually we will get there.
Mm. Reverend, the president introduced a double track and a free SHS nearly 2 years ago, right? And it has led to increase in enrollment. How do you and your team manage to handle such huge population of students from vastly diverse backgrounds?
Yeah, it was a challenge, but interestingly enough, when the program was introduced, we embraced it, and we had to, my management team and I had to work out strategies to manage the students who came in. We had a timetable of reopening and vacation and so on. So luckily we had a little bit of liberties to run, the various programs. So we originally had, for example, agric and visual arts. We had single classes.
Okay.
So what we did was to run agric on one track and to run visual arts on the other track. That was one of the directives we were given. So the pressure was not so much on us. Yes. And at the right time too, I would say, we had teachers coming in for the green, the gold track, as at the time government promised. The only thing we had to do was that we noticed that many of them were not trained. So we had to quickly organize an in-service training for them.
Okay.
And it's something we will have to be doing periodically. Yes.
What is so unique about Accra Academy that you think other schools don't have?
It's a family.
Is that?
It's a family.
Okay.
Yes. So wherever people are, once you get associated to the school, once you pass through the walls of the school, wherever you are in any part of the world, you feel a part of the school. But if you had come here on the 20th of July, perhaps you understand better. You see all groups of people coming around. And in August, on the 10th of August, we have our homecoming. And you see various levels of old boys.
Reverend, the reason why Accra Academy was founded was to provide good tuition for children from less fortunate homes who passed but who couldn't go to schools like Fansipim and all those. Do you think the free SHS helped the founders to achieve their aim?
Yeah, I think in some way the free SHS has done that. Yeah, but beyond that, the founders were also interested in some level of excellence. And so if you read the history well, before you entered the school, they interviewed you. They wanted the best among them. Unlike the situation now where it's open to everyone, on the basis that every Ghanaian child indeed is eligible and has the right to education. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. But at that time, it was selective. Okay. Yes. And that is what actually made the school very early in its lifetime made a mark on the Ghanaian scene, because the graduates were excelling. And that is, I believe, that is what caught government attention to take up the school.
Reverend, if there's something Accra Academy needs, one thing, what would that be, please?
Security.
Security.
Yeah, security. This place has been used as a thoroughfare for so long a time, and it's time it should stop. It's a school, and perhaps it's partly because our borders are not completely sealed off, but we are doing our best to ensure that the place is sealed off. I'm sure after the drain construction and the rebuilding of the walls, we'll be able to maintain some security here. And then also, we need a man, in terms of
men.
Yes, security men.
Okay.
Yes, because for now we have just about 6 of them in the evening and 3 during the day. It's not enough.
Okay.
We have over 2,400 students currently on our campus.
Show us some of the progress and challenges confronting the school.
Well, in terms of progress, we have in recent times ensured that all our classrooms now have what we call graph boards. Apart from the whiteboard markers, we have installed graph boards to help with mathematics and related subjects like economics that need a graph and so on. Yes. And besides that, our monitoring system has improved, monitoring of teachers and students' attendance.
Okay.
Yes, we have installed a biometric attendance machine which regulates the attendance of staff, not only teachers, but the non-teaching staff too. You will have to clock in when you come and clock out after work.
Okay.
Yes. And also, with government has been very gracious, assisting us with the renovation of our traditional halls.
Okay.
In fact, for all this while, the school moved in here in 61, and those buildings have never been refurbished.
The Ellen House.
Yes, the 4 traditional halls. Yes.
Okay.
And so government has been very gracious. Yeah.
Okay.
I must say that. Yeah.
Yay. Kudos to the government.
Yeah.
Right.
We are very grateful. We also have the renovation and refurbishment of the science laboratory. That was done by some old boys in conjunction with some organizations. Yes, public sector organizations. And then the dining hall project. We called it the Patashi project by the 19...
It's one of the beautiful dining halls I've seen.
Yeah, that was kudos to the 1989 year group.
Wow.
Yeah, incidentally, they are the sponsors, the co-sponsors of next year's speech day.
Okay.
And that is their project. Yes. So,
Reverend, your last words to the youth in general.
I would say to the youth that they are living in a time when there are so many opportunities, so much more than we had. And I pray that they would give themselves to hard work, steady, shouldn't allow themselves to be distracted. They should focus on their books. And once they go through the academic work, secondary school, university, the sky is the limit. Opportunities are there for them. They can go places and do anything at all. So they shouldn't waste their time, but they should make most of the opportunities they have.
Thank you very much. It's been Accra Academy. Still with the headmaster, Reverend William Fuliga. Right. Focus on your books. Make good use of this time. make good use of everything you have. We're going for a quick break. When we come back, it's still Lunchpad. We'll be right back.
Welcome from the break. It's still Accra Academy on Launchpad. My name is Nana Jonyamecha Samwa, and with me is Henry Kekle. Am I right?
Oh, that's it.
The school prefect of Accra Academy. Yeah. Hello, Henry.
Oh, hello, madam.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, by
Okay. God. We thank God. And your boys?
Well, my boys are fun. My boys are happy. My boys are kicking. Yes.
Your boys are kicking?
Yes.
In brief, what you know about your school?
Well, I know that my school was established by 4 gallant men in 1931. The great Keiji Konwa, we have Ado, we have Alema, and we have Awulete.
Okay.
Yeah, it's initially we were sited in the slums of Jamestown at the house of Ellen Bako.
Okay.
And then our school became a government-assisted school somewhere around 1950. Yes, our school was doing well academically, so it got the attention of the government, and then the government started assisting us. We moved from there. We did well in sports. We excelled in competitions. We made great names for ourselves. Our alumni is very strong, and then after 88 years, we are here. Yes.
Okay, so you've been here how many years? Almost 2 years, right?
Almost.
How has it been?
Well, it's not been easy. It's been tough, especially my time in Form 1.
Okay.
Yes, you were in Form 1, so you were expected to work extra harder. The seniors send you, and then you have to balance all these things with your academics. You still don't have to forget God too. So I think Form 1 was very tough for me, but it was better in Form 2. It wasn't easy at all, but it was an interesting journey.
Wow. Looking at your school, Accra Academy,
yes,
that was founded by 4 young men, all below the ages of 30. How does that motivate you as a young Accra Academy student?
Accra Academy was founded on the pillars of sacrifice, hard work, selflessness. 4 young men, yes, energetic men below the ages of 30 could have chosen to have fun and then do what their companions were doing, but they chose to sacrifice, to deny themselves, and then to fight hard to better the lot of young citizens of Ghana at that time. So they were selfless, and even in the first few years, they weren't taking their salaries.
Wow.
But that didn't deter them.
Wow.
They had an aim, so they were running towards the goal, as the Bible put it. So it motivates me a lot. If these 4 men were selfless, they sacrificed for what they want, and then it wasn't something only for themselves, but something that would better young people during their time, and even future generations, that would impact a lot of people, and then they worked hard for it. I am motivated because I know that if I'm doing something that I know is right, and then I know that it will help other people and it will impact many generations to come, no matter the struggles I'm facing right now, I shouldn't give up. I should keep running.
Wow, that's deep.
Really deep.
That's deep.
Yes.
And then, who are some of your well-known alumni?
We have Asamoah Gyan,
The Baby Jets.
the Baby Jets.
Okay.
We have Peter Ala Ajete.
Okay.
We have Kidi.
Okay.
We have Vincent Bet Freeman.
Okay.
Yes, we have the MD of Talo Oil Malawi.
All right.
Yes, and then we also have Bolari.
Okay. Ambassador Chris Kojo.
Yes.
Yeah. I also know the former CEO of Unibank.
Oh, madam, are you a Mary's girl?
No.
Hey, the way you follow our old boys here, madam, I'm afraid of you. Hey.
Okay. All right. So, how does that motivate you as well?
Well, these people were men or they were boys at that time, and then they wore the same uniform. They passed through the same walls, and then I think the conditions during that time were not as good as now, but they had an aim, they had talent, and then they fought. They were serious. It wasn't easy. I knew the sad story of every great man is founded on great sacrifice. So these people sacrificed hard, and then they are where they are
No pain,
today.
no gain.
No pain, no gain. And then they are where they are today. So I'm living in better conditions now. I'm senior prefect, and then it comes with a lot of privileges. I have the teachers to learn from. I have friends to advise me, and it's all adds up. If I have the seriousness they have, and then coupled with these better conditions, and then added to internet and all these modern day things, I will go further than all of them.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And tell me a typical day in the school. Is it entertainment or church or normal weekday school thing?
Okay, let me tell you about weekdays.
Okay.
Our rising bell goes at 4:30 a.m. That's for boarders.
Okay.
Yes, so every
By
border.
4:30 a.m. you are up.
Yeah, up.
Okay.
You must be up.
Okay.
Yes. So there is the issue of overcrowding in the bathhouses. So a serious student will wake up before the 4:30 to bath so that he won't have to go through the stress of struggling for space. After the morning bell goes, then you have to go for meditation. Other schools call it vespers, and then I hear of other things, but we call ours meditation.
Okay.
So yes, 15 minutes of thanksgiving to God, and then we go back to the dorms to dress. By 5:30, every student is on his plots, we work, and then by 6 o'clock, we are done. And then there's this new initiative by the government, the intervention for weak performing students. For our school, the intervention classes are compulsory for all students.
Okay.
Yeah, so all students go for intervention classes from 6 o'clock a.m. to 7 o'clock a.m. early in the morning. And the assembly bell goes off at 7 o'clock a.m. So we go to the assembly grounds. We have assembly, and then by 7:30 we are in classes, and then classes continue as usual. There are breaks in between these class sessions, and then school closes at 3:30 a.m. And then after 3:30, we still have another intervention for 1 hour. So from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. we have intervention. From 4:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. students are free to do whatever they want to do. Some have siesta, some relax, some chat, some play soccer.
Okay.
Yes, any other thing just to ease off tension and stress.
How many societies or clubs do you have on campus?
Well, societies keep coming, and then right now we have about 15 active societies in Accra.
15?
Yes.
Which one are you part of?
I'm part of the Literary Society.
What's it about?
The Literary Society, it's about improving literate skills in students.
Oh, okay.
Yes, languages. The Literary Society is actually, it consists of the drama club and then the writers and debaters club.
Okay.
Yes, so we have the drama aspect, and then we have writing and then debating. So it's about improving confidence, and then it adds up that little factor that increases your employability in future.
Okay.
Yes.
What's your dining hall meal? Best dining hall meal?
Oh, I like beans.
Beans?
Yes.
Okay. Are you taking beans today?
No, we are taking wachi.
Oh, okay. Reserve a seat for me by your side, okay? All right. Just like any other school,
Yes.
Accra Academy also would have to take me through some of the jargons you have on campus. I want to learn.
You really want to learn?
Yes.
Okay. Well, as you say, we have this jargon, Atala.
Atala means?
Another name for Atala is Atagi.
Okay.
So Atala is a term used by boys. If you are holding food and then someone tells you that Atagi or Atala, you just have to give the person some of your food at that point. And then it gets bad that 10 people will come on you and then they'll tell you Atala. So,
oh my God.
Yes,
so if the food is small and you hear Atala, then your heart go like, oh my
seriously, God. You can't even eat. You just have to give it to them.
Oh.
Yes. So sometimes it's annoying, but it's still fun. It's all adds up to memories in boys' school.
Okay, so this afternoon I'm coming to do Atala to you, right?
Madam. Hey. Oh, okay.
I'm coming with my boys. We are coming to do Atala in the dining hall.
Thank you, please. Oh,
immediately I get there, I go like Atala.
Oh, madam.
What else?
We also have a special name for water, alatic.
Okay.
Alatic is not any normal water, it's a special kind of water. Let me say special kind of water. We normally use it to bath and then to wash and then other domestic things, but we don't drink it. But a few people have actually drank alatic, and then I've read things. They said that alatic has a sour taste.
Okay.
So they've even classified alatic. We have normal alatic, we have bad alatic, and then we have proper alatic.
Okay.
Yeah, the normal alatic is the one that every student, every border uses. We use it to wash, we use it to bath. And then the bad alatic is that one. We have it at the Samoloferi HA Square. That's where we have our ceremonies and even our morning assemblies.
Okay.
That one has a very salty taste. People complain that it is that bad. And then the special alatic, that's the proper alatic, is the one in the Hall Masters Bank. That one is it.
What's your best moment on campus ever since?
Oh yeah, I remember. There was this drama. We had entertainment on that day, and then it was a drama show. Some people, I think it was a society from Legon, they came to act a movie for us, and then I don't remember the title, but I remember this term, Papa is Fala, and then it stuck with me for that long. Yeah, that play was beautiful. It was beautiful, and then that was one entertainment that I actually realized that everyone enjoyed it. The boys had fun, and then that is my special moment in Accra Academy. I don't think I will forget it in a long time.
And when was that moment that you felt like, oh, all hope is gone? Oh, you were sad, like you were really sad?
Well, that was the first day I came to school.
You felt like going back again?
Yes, when my parents left me, I nearly cried, so I ran to the dorm and then I slept on my bed. And I slept. I slept for the whole day.
Why?
Well, I don't know. I think the pain of leaving your family and the changes in the environment all added up.
Henry.
Oh, madam.
What do you aspire to be in future?
Well, I'd like to become an educationist in future. I'd like to
Okay.
become a headmaster. I want to own my own school one day
Okay.
in the country.
What would be the name of your school?
I haven't thought of that. Yes.
Okay. And whom do you look up to?
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yes.
Jesus. Why Jesus?
Jesus, I believe, was the greatest leader. He was selfless for someone to leave his godly throne and then to come to earth and then to die for us sinners. I think it's big, and so it's well, it blows my mind. It blows my mind, and then it encourages me a lot. So I'd like to be like Jesus. I look up to him, and then I hope that I can get there one day.
Okay. What are some of the challenges that confront the students?
Students complain about the quantity of food.
Okay.
Well, I don't think that's a problem because I used to eat with them and then I thought the food was okay. Yes, and then they complain that the hours were studying are too much, but don't mind boys, they'll go through that. Yes, and then communication too. Our phone booths.
Okay.
That is a very big problem in
Okay.
Accra Academy.
You don't have phone booths at all, or is there but not working?
Oh, most of them are not working, and then the only one that is functioning too is not functioning properly. So
Okay.
it becomes problematic.
Okay. Henry,
Madam?
if there's one thing that Accra Academy needs urgently, what would that be?
Oh, I mentioned the phone booth.
Phone booths,
Yes,
urgently. It will be
Urgently.
phone booths.
Yes, please.
Okay. Advise the youth and let's go.
Advice. Well, hello youth, hello students out there. Well, I'm a student like you. I'm in Accra Academy. Don't mind the school though. I'd advise you to take your education seriously, learn artisan skills to improve yourself, respect your parents, humble yourself, and then do the best that you can because hard work pays off all the time. Yes.
You heard Henry, the school prefect of Accra Academy. Hard work pays all the time.
Yes.
Respect, learn, focus, and you'll get there. We're going for a quick commercial break. It's still Launchpad, and our school of the day is Accra Academy. We'll be right back. case you just tuned in, it's still Launchpad, and our school of the day is Accra Academy. Blow. So I just met one old boy who is now the head of science department and also the patron of the SRC in the school. Hello, Mr. Berish.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine.
And how does it feel to come back?
It's indescribable because every now and then you see yourself walking around the compound as a tutor and as a student.
Oh.
So there's always a memory that tickles you back to the days when you were around.
Wow. What memories exactly comes to mind when you stand in the class, like you start teaching?
I still know the place I sat as a student.
Oh, really?
And being a science teacher, I every now and then go to that class. And every now and then I see myself seated there.
Wow.
And the beautiful thing is that you get to see students who resemble your classmates.
Wow.
Mannerisms, attitudes,
Wow.
you see them. So they have this word, deja vu. It keeps reoccurring.
It's like
reoccurring,
it is happening or it just happened. Or...
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what was your best dining hall meal?
Beans. Beans and rice. We have this contemporary stew mixed with beans.
Okay.
With rice.
Okay.
And you know the beans with contemporary is very, very nice with the rice. So it's like everybody will consume everything.
Okay.
It's nice. And there is this beautiful day on Fridays and everybody shouts jollof. It's a cardinal point in the life of every academician. On Fridays,
Jollof.
you just shout jollof.
So today is Friday. Is it going to be jollof?
The menu has changed.
Oh, okay, okay.
There's a
okay,
new
okay.
system.
Okay, okay.
So the menu
Okay.
has changed.
Okay.
But they still have jollof on the menu.
Okay.
But it's not on Friday.
It's not on Friday. All right. Barish, tell me a bit about Accra Academy.
Wow. Accra Academy, for me, is a school that came to stop, let me put into quotes, the nonsense of the elite in society of the days past, in the times of Achimota,
Okay.
where that child in Accra in those days couldn't get opportunity to enter into Achimota. We had 4 strong gentlemen who came, taught in the Achimota, who were not given the privilege to earn salaries just like the teachers or the foreign teachers in Accra, in Achimota. So they made up their minds. We are Ghanaians. Ghanaians, we have hands. We can do what we put our minds to. So they came, formed their own school.
Wow.
Started it in the slums of Jamestown.
Wow.
Many people would have thought it was not going to be possible to start a school in Jamestown.
Sure.
They started it in Ellen House. And the story is a beautiful story for us to be standing here in Bubiashi, the little Legon Accra Academy.
Yay. The house that was given by Mrs. Ellen Bako, is it still around?
Ellen House is still available.
What do you use it for now?
Currently, it isn't the property of the Accra Academy.
Okay.
It's an individual's property. So
Okay.
we every year when we do homecoming, we take the boys there to have a look at where we started from.
Wow.
Because the story of sacrifice, the story of patriotism, the story of believing in yourself is what Accra Academy stands
The I
for.
can do spirit.
I can do spirit.
Wow.
So the boys have to go there to see where we came from and how far we've come.
And then they were all below the ages of 30.
All below the ages of 30. It made the story so beautiful and so sweet. If you get to read stuff from them, some of the comments they made. In 1950, I chanced upon a brochure when we were celebrating one of our, I think, 50th anniversary or so. And KG Konwa was supposed to write a foreword for the brochure. And after it's finished, then he wrote this, #reality, not fiction.
Oh.
Meaning, at that point in time, he came to the realization that he has done it. That's KG Konwa, the man himself.
Wow.
Reality, not fiction. So that thing which started as a fiction is now a reality.
So any fun memory to share?
Quite a lot. In the Accra Academy, every other day, there's a memory to be gathered, And we have 2 beautiful teachers who have passed through the wars. The first is Coach Sapon, the Liberty Dewu champion, yeah. Then we have one, Mr. Lai, popularly called Atikora. Now with Coach Sapon, any assembly gathering where you have teachers filing in, Sapon is likely to be the one to come in last. And the moment student chants of his entrance, the whole assembly hall will go sharp. And it's a wonderful feeling when about 1,000 students are all
I can imagine
going through that session. Then there's the second one, Mr. Lai, blessed memory, Atikora. Now, Atikora is a wonderful teacher. He will lash you, but you will love him. And Atikora wanting to come in, he will definitely be the last person to come into the assembly hall during the assembly session. And when he's coming and every student goes, Ati, then he will stop. Then students will hang in there with the second part of their name.
Kora.
Then when he comes in, Kora, it's a wonderful feeling. It's a wonderful feeling in Accra Academy. And
Ati.
Kora, very, very wonderful.
Were you tied with any girls' school?
Akasma, Accra Academy St. Mary's Association.
Akasma.
Obawo Bleo.
Obawo Bleo.
The slogan of Mary's is Obawo, and ours is Bleo.
Obawo Bleo. Akasma.
You sleep slowly. Obawo Bleo.
Is it still Akasma?
It's very, very strong. It's never been stronger.
They are stuck with you like Tattoo, or you are stuck with them like Tattoo?
Both. The story is deep because, at a point in time in the issue of education in Ghana, there was a strike action and the teachers were not teaching. Our boys, our sixth formers here, went down to St. Mary's and taught the girls.
Ah.
So what else can the girls do? Those who taught you to make it possible you pass your exams. So from then onwards, it became a very strong union, and it's a very, very decent one. It moves all the way into the workplace, into the universities, and a lot of relationships have been gotten out of it, and it's a very sound one. Currently, the bond is strong. Being the SRC patron, I have a very strong relationship with the SRC patron of the St. Mary's School. My headmaster, very, very good relationship with the headmistress there.
Ah.
It goes beyond what people should think.
Okay.
It's a very conducive relationship, which is very good.
Okay. Akasma.
Akasma.
So what's your last word?
My last verse is, right, this is the Accra Academy. They're all a session about us being a rowdy school. I want to clear that one. We aren't. If you look closely to our crest, you see a lion. We have the character of the lion.
Okay.
Look at the tail of the lion. Animals that have tails, when they get aggressive, they lift up their tails. Our tail is down. That is who we are. We are calm, we are gentle. We pounce when we have to pounce. When we get a little bit of food, we are satisfied, we are calm.
So it's been Mr. Owusu Berish, and
I'm a blow boy.
Blow B 93.
Yeah.
All right. So Accra Academy boys are not rowdy. They are not bad.
Yeah.
In fact, those of you who are saying Accra Academy, they are bad, they are that, they are not bad. Please put a stop to it. They are just what?
We are just like the lion you see on our crest. Calm and gentle. We are the king of the pack.
We're going for a commercial break. When we come back, it's still Accra Academy. Below. In case you just tune in, it's still Accra Academy, and I'm with the chairman of the board, Mr. Wilson Tay. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm also good, by His grace. And how was today's meeting?
Well, it lasted longer than normal because we had issues, a lot of issues to discuss. But by and large, I think it was a good meeting. I think we enjoyed it.
Right. And who is Mr. Wilson?
Mr. Wilson Tay is chairman of the board of Accra Academy. Mr. Wilson Tay was the past CEO of Provident Life Assurance Company Limited. Mr. Wilson Tay was the past president of the Ghana Insurance Association. And currently, Mr. Wosente is spending his retirement doing work for the insurance industry. There is a group set up called IAC, the Insurance Coordinators Awareness Group, that is set up by the insurance industry to try and change the mindset of the Ghanaian about insurance.
That's very important.
To educate the public about the goodness of insurance, and to bring back to the insurance industry the issues that the public has against them.
Wow. How's it going?
Tough. Changing mindsets is not an easy thing. Yeah, but we are at it, and we've been doing quite a bit of work. Currently, we are on radio. We've been on radio for the past month, and we will be on 50 FM stations all over the country, reaching 210 districts. We have translated insurance jingle into 36 Ghanaian languages. So we are reaching, or we are attempting to reach every single Ghanaian.
Let's go back to the old school days. How were the old school days?
Accra Academy was a great place to be. It has the most modern school facilities at that time. The best buildings, modeled after University of Ghana. Yeah, we used to feel proud. People called the school Michigan University.
Oh, okay.
And it was a fun
Some
school.
also say Little Legon.
Little Legon, that's right. And it was a fun school, and it was a very disciplined school, and academically too, very well grounded.
Who are some of your mates?
Interesting. One of my mates is actually a world-renowned medical doctor, a urologist, Dr. Samuel Jipiati.
And what memories comes to mind anytime you come to the school?
Well, anytime I come around the school, there's a glow, there's a feeling that I get. And I remember all the pranks and things that were played around the school. The interesting thing to me is that sometimes, when I come back here, some of the features that I see, I'm amused, because some of the things used to look very large. There's a gutter after the library here that used to be very big as far as I was concerned.
Oh my
and
God.
I see it so small, and I wonder.
So this was scary me.
This was scary, but that is it. But I tell you what, anytime I walk into this school, I feel good. Because I think whatever I've got today emanates from the training that I got here.
Okay. Any fun memories to share?
Fun memories?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The biggest fun day for me in Accra Academy was when we beat Achimota School at hockey.
Oh, okay.
At the national hockey pitch.
Wow.
We'd always competed with Achimota finals in the national hockey, but on their turf in Achimota School, because they had a hockey pitch. We didn't have a hockey pitch. Then finally the national hockey pitch was built, and we played the finals with them there. And true to our word, they only beat us on their turf because it was their turf. We beat them, we thrashed them at the national hockey pitch.
Yay.
And that's one of the greatest moments for me in Accra.
Wow. And what was the moment that you felt like, oh, I had to get out from this school?
I wish I never had to get out from Accra Academy. Because
Any
you see,
sad moment?
7 years in a place, you get used to the place. And you're going into the unknown. Now, when you're leaving, you're excited that at least you've finished school, so to speak. But there's this feeling of, hey, wait a minute, where am I going? What am I going to do? So these are,
Would you say Accra Academy has contributed to the person you are today?
Absolutely. There's no doubt about that.
In what way?
In many ways. Accra Academy taught you, or Accra Academy educated me, and I'm sure educated all the people that came into the school. Accra Academy taught me discipline, because we had very strict rules and we had do's and don'ts that you had to. I came through Accra Academy during the reign of two headmasters Mr. Luther Kunwa, and then succeeded by Mr. J.K. Okai. These were very strict people. Now, they were very personable people. You could go to them with any problem. And at the same time, you could be, they were very strict. Now, I remember a particular incident. I was on the school field with a sportsmaster, and then the headmaster sent for me that my dad had come to the school.
Okay.
But the sportsmaster obviously was upset because parents were not allowed to come into the school at that time. But
Okay.
he was like, why would the headmaster send for you because your father had come when other people didn't have that kind of advantage, so to speak. And so when I came back, because headmaster sent, he couldn't say anything. So when I came back, he said to me, who's your father that he would disrupt, And I think I was a little cheeky that I regret, but I said to him, my father is a man. So he made the fatal error of asking me to go and report myself to the headmaster. So when I came to the headmaster, I told the headmaster the incident with a little slant in my favor, naturally. So I went back, and the headmaster said to tell him to forgive me. So I went back to the teacher and I said, well, headmaster said you should forgive me, and he flared out.
Oh.
And he marched me back to the headmaster's office and told the headmaster the story. And the headmaster said, well, the fault is yours, teacher. You should have come to report him, but you don't send somebody to report himself and expect him to indict himself.
Wow.
And I thought that was a very disciplined headmaster, even though the decision was, if you like, skewed in my favor. But he was right.
How did you feel?
Good.
Okay, let's move to academics a bit. When you compare your time and today's Accra Academy, what's your take?
The systems are different now. We did the O-level and A-level. Today they are doing the WASI and things. It's really difficult because even the subjects have changed. We had you either did physics, physics, chemistry, biology, or whatever it is. But now it's a complete different system. I'd want to believe that progress normally should be made as time goes on. So perhaps today's kids are smarter than us, and
Computer
I think
babies.
Exactly. I think they should be, because this is the age of information. We didn't have that opportunity, so we probably worked harder, right? Because you had to go and find the information. But today, information is on tap. So I think that they're better equipped, and if they're using it appropriately, they will then be, if you like, maybe a little smarter than we were.
Were you part in any group or association or club?
I used to be a great debater.
Okay.
I was one of the top debaters in my time.
Yay.
And I was in the Red Cross
Okay.
because I love to take care of people. So I was in the Red Cross.
Please advise the youth.
Advise youth. The youth will always make their own mistakes. We shouldn't assume and think that we can advise them and let them not make mistakes. I think the best thing is for people to experience their own path and course and things. But having said that, we need to be able to tell them the pitfalls that there are out there in life. Nothing comes by chance. When people talk about luck, it simply means that a person has positioned himself at the right place at the right time. So the things that are critical when you are in school is to be studious, to study hard. And when you've studied hard, the rest of the things come across to you.
Thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure.
You're still watching Launchpad, the program that showcases our various private educational institutions that made us who we are. Make a date with us same time next week. It might be your school. It's bye-bye for today.